This is everything that's in our go bag. Few items are missing that we needed to add, possibly some water and some clothes to change into. But we have a second bag that'll store that.
Why don't you point out some of what's on there, Bob?
Okay, well, let's see. Let's start here. Got a magnesium striker. Basically, you shave off some of the magnesium, and then with this piece here and this striker, you can start a fire. Got waterproof matches and windproof matches. They're basically coated at the ends so that even if it's raining, you can still strike these to also help start a fire. We've got moist wipes here for killing germs, washing up, things like that, just real quick kind of cleanups. Got a roll of Velcro, some single pieces of Velcro that can come in handy. We've got plastic dishware, plastic silverware, napkins, things like that in the bag. We've got toiletries as well. We've got toothpaste, moisturizer, bar soap, wash rags, detergent, shampoos, things like that. Good to hang on to. We've got some cords here, some elastic cord and some shoelace type cord. Need to, say, hang something to dry or something like that. You can also use it with a clip. We've got these little mini kind of throwaway flashlights, and I've got three of these that you can hang on a keychain or something like that. Let's see here, pen, Sharpie marker, some crayons, deck of cards. Got a pocket knife here with different little attachments and things. We've got a MP3 player. Never know, this one also has a radio built into it, so if radio's being transmitted, at least you can still get that. A little mini battery pack charger to charge up devices. A cord with different attachments for charging things up. Put my extra spare watch in here. It's got an altimeter and temperature and a few other things that it'll do. We've got emergency blankets. These can always come in handy. Light sticks, Siloom light sticks for at night. Snap them, they work for about 6 hours. This one says 12 hours, but after about 6 hours they start getting dim. We've got some tea light candles and also a travel candle. That this one lasts about, the candle itself lasts about 12 hours. Some more box matches. We've got batteries. We've got a flashing signal light, maybe. We have a mini solar panel. If you're in a vehicle, it's got a dead battery, whatever, this will charge a vehicle battery by plugging into the cigarette lighter. We've got another extra light here. Another one, new in the package with some batteries. Let's see, we've got a Bible. We have two walkie-talkies. These are good for about 5-mile range. And we have a weather radio with a shortwave, AM, FM, and it looks like there's 7 different bands on here that you can listen to. It runs on a couple of batteries and has a little stand with it. Always good to have. Got that on Amazon. If you're waiting around and you're getting bored, I put a little solitaire game in here.
Aw.
Just to keep you, occupied or keep kids occupied or whatever.
And then when the batteries die, you have the real cards. We'll put the cards there with this.
Yeah. So we have the regular cards for entertainment as well. We've got an extra battery pack here. It's a 10,000 milliamp hour battery pack with several USB ports to charge devices up as well. a multi-jack that can charge basic Android devices, iPhone devices, older iPhone devices, and USB. These can all be charged from this little solar panel, 5-watt solar panel. On the back, it has a USB port that you plug into. I've got it here sitting in the window with a completely dead iPhone, and I don't know if you probably can't see it, but it's actually charging this phone.
No,
and
it's too dark.
Okay, well,
but it is charging.
It is charging this phone. It was completely dead. I plugged it in. It's been in the window for about 5 minutes or so now, and it's slowly charging this phone back up.
Nice.
And that solar panel was also on Amazon. I think it was about $10.
Nice. And then in this one, we got like some rubber gloves, some random stuff. Rubber gloves, duct tape. He made a roll of duct tape.
I basically took instead of keeping an entire roll of duct tape in there, I've got a small roll of duct tape here that you can peel off of what you need to use. We've got some rubber gloves. We've got super glue here. That can be good and can be used to put stuff back together. It could also mend wounds and things like that. We've got some packets of coffee and creamer, instant coffee and creamer. You just need hot water. We've got several packets of gum. This is a good idea to have as well. We've got paper to write on. We've got some zip ties, and we have 2 toothbrushes. So in your go bag, random stuff, but it's always a good idea to think about hygiene and things like that if you need to. That's a good idea to have that kind of stuff with you. We've also got a inflatable lamp. You pump it up, it inflates. It has these, you can hang them. It also charges up via solar. Has multiple settings, low, high. Flashing can be used for signaling.
Nice.
So that's a good idea to have. This thing lasts a really long time. This will last for days after a full charge. We also have a wind-up AM/FM radio. It doesn't use any batteries. You basically pull the handle out from the other side and you wind it. On top of that, this also will charge devices. It has a port on it to charge up phones. This cable here with the multiple devices, multiple different kind of ends, plugs into that and you can charge it up. It gets charged not only with this handle, but also the 2 solar panels on top.
Oh, nice.
It is also a light, and it is also a flasher.
Oh.
So say if you're stopped on the road and you need to have people use caution, you can set this away from you and towards traffic, and they'll see that. Not only that, but it also has a siren.
Not sure why, but
yeah,
hey.
It's there. A little battery operated speaker that you can plug into the MP3 player or your phone or whatever. If you're like listening to the radio or you wanted to plug it into the shortwave and listen to that a little bit louder, I just threw that in there. Not necessary, but it's there. A compass. A compass is sometimes a really good idea to have. Most phones have that, but if your phone dies and you're lost or whatever, a compass is always a good thing to have. This one also has a sight optic on it. It has a level as well on it, and it has a sight glass on it. So this wasn't very expensive. This was about $20 on Amazon. It's metal. It's really nice, heavy duty. Comes with a bag. We have a little mini stove here. This stove just kind of folds out and gets put together basically like that to cook things. A couple of canisters of gas. One is rated for really, really cold winter blend and summer blend, but they both work all year round. So I got a couple of those. A couple of camping cups as well. Stainless steel. These are really nice to have. You can actually heat them on the stove as well if you need to. Also have an old World War II canister that I keep the cups and the stove in. You can also use this to cook, boil water, things like that. Then I have a Pure pump. This pump is good for pumping out of dirty water and basically creating clean water with it. very similar to the Life straw. It has activated carbon in the end. This fits pretty much any kind of Nalgene bottle. The different sizes will fit all those bottles, as well as third-party kind of bottles, or you can just put it in anything, in a cup or something like that. It has an activated ceramic filter system in here. It filters everything down to Cryptosporidium, anthrax. I mean, any microorganism, basically, this will filter it out. And I've tested this in a really dirty stream going across the road, and it came out crystal clean and tastes good as well.
Cool.
Okay. So,
set it aside. And then we have a first aid kit.
Yes, first aid kit's always good to have. I've gone a step further than that. I've also got a BP arm cuff, and I've got bio bags and things like that. A large thing of gauze for, large wounds. And then I bought this kit on Amazon. It was about, I think about $15, and then I added stuff to it. So what I have in this kit is the basic stuff that it came with, which is your basic stuff. Came with a compass, a whistle, tweezers, sewing kit in there, and we have a bag for to keep you away from somebody. If you're giving them CPR or anything like that, you can use this and cover over their mouth and blow into it from here. We have some medical tape, Q-tips, different size bandages and things, alcohol prep pads, a bunch of those in here, emergency poncho, some more gauze, and this is called
Moleskin.
Moleskin. This is really good. Say if you're hiking a lot and you've opened up your back of your heel, or you've got a sore on your foot, you can basically cut a piece of this out and put it on there, and it will heal, and it'll also protect you against opening it up even further.
It works really good when you're hiking. Oh my goodness, it's a lifesaver.
We have another different size bandage, some gloves, some of the things that I added to purify water.
Iodine tablets.
Added another emergency poncho, another emergency blanket that came with it. I added those two. This one was in there. We've got an instant cold pack here, cold compress, another glow stick, another pair of gloves, some different antibiotic ointments, some more gauze, scissors, more gauze, and that's pretty much it. What's in
We
that,
can treat a lot of
kit.
wounds
Yeah, it's
in
a
the
really good
event of
idea.
a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, especially for a zombie apocalypse. We
Yeah.
can treat a lot of stuff with this.
Yeah.
All of this stuff, including these 8 packages of Mountain House freeze-dried food. This stuff is good. It typically is good for about between 5 and 10 years. So I've got a mix of different kinds here. I have enough to get us through a week in just one little day pack. All of that fit in this pack. It's pretty good size in there. Fills it up pretty well. 2 front pouches here, but this is a good idea to get a backpack big enough that you don't have a problem picking it up, taking it with you, keeping it in your car, whatever you want to do.
Or carrying it.
Or carrying
it won't
it.
throw your back out.
It won't throw your back out. It's got straps on it and everything, so it makes it comfortable.
And so that's our emergency kit.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
Like I said, the only thing that we still need to put in here, other than possibly we need to find a water source to use the pump, but if we can't find a water source, then we'll need to put some water in there.
Emergency water. One change of
emergency
clothes,
water.
a change of socks.
Definitely a change of clothes, change of socks.
Maybe a
some
towel
towels
or two.
and that'll go in the second bag. We'll have two
Yeah.
go bags about the same size. The second one's a little bit smaller than this one. But yeah, I know there's probably some things that I'm missing. There's probably more stuff that I put in here.
Thing we forgot.
Oh yes, yes, and of course
The emergency cat.
the emergency cat. Everybody needs an emergency cat.
For cuddling.
He's pretty nosy. He likes all this stuff. He gets excited when I start pulling all this stuff out. But there you go. So if you want to make a go bag or have suggestions of what I might be missing, let me know.